Gap plunging after warning of the impact of tariffs, saying it could cost the company $250 million to $300 million without mitigation efforts, and up to $150 million with current mitigation efforts. Joining us now, we're thrilled to have Mickey Drexler, Alex Mills, CEO, and former Gap CEO as well. Great to have you, Mickey.
Nice to be here.
I want to get your reaction to these Gap results. The stock is on track to erase its year-to-date gains. What do you make of how the company's handling it?
Because the last time on Yahoo, you all asked me what I thought of Yay,
I know,
okay.
But Mickey, come on.
But then they all got mad at me when I thought it was a mistake.
I know, but let's talk about Gap this morning. What is your thought on how they're handling these tariffs?
Honestly, I think I said this to you. I can't talk about it because I'm a difficult human being in the retail world. And I'm just going to be a little positive.
How do you think about how the retailers are handling tariffs in general right now, then?
We're all scared to hell.
Yeah.
We're all flying blind every day. It was 2 nights ago, I cheered because the courts, who knows what to do? And how do you take a business and not know what the cost of your goods are?
Right.
And everyone says raising prices, doing this. And Walmart got a lot of attention and anger from some parties, but just make a decision whether it's good or bad so we can live with it. We are flying blind. How do you plan the business? How do we have to put retail tickets on our goods now. And then we have to take them all off, change them, this, that, and the other thing. So that's how I feel. And I read about these tiny, China is America's factory headquarters. Think about it, all these little companies, you can't make stuff. And in apparel, there's really no industry, because the sewers, the this. We're a great country, but practically speaking, Apple, what are they gonna do? What are people gonna do? And then people are concerned because, what can you say?
How are you managing supply chain through an environment like this?
Well, no one has any experience. We're smallish. So, the $250 million, I'm sure that's not odd for all the big companies. So we're probably a % of that based on sales.
At Alex Mill?
Yeah. What we're doing, we're very late. And Alex Mill, when I left J. Crew, the tariffs of a few years back were a warning for all of us to move from China. Well, at Alex Mill, long story, we didn't. I'll take the blame, of course, but we didn't move. And so we're now moving as quickly as we can.
What percentage of that is specifically China-based for Alex Mill?
Can I whisper it or I have to say it? It's too much. But, it's a good warning for us. And we're dealing with it, but not easily. They say prices. We're looking at prices surgically, style by style. When someone says they're raising prices, it's like saying all of America is snowing or this selectively. And where we have strong franchise businesses, where we feel we can take a little extra. But the other thing, and stop me if I'm talking too much because I know the clock's ticking.
This is good context, though.
Okay. The world is discount. It's a discount world. I asked Brooke, I won't mention it, where she got that blazer. Beautiful. She said, my favorite store, you know where she got it, right?
No. What was it?
Okay, I'll tell you later.
Okay.
But she got it at a discount company.
Well, I have a feeling I know what it is now. Yeah.
You walk into that business, the price is the real price. And, it's just, and that has nothing to do with tariffs. It has to do with up and down pricing. It used to be called that when I started my career at Bloomingdale's. It was high-low pricing.
Yeah.
But, the integrity of pricing today, I look at the ads when I watch CNN or MSNBC or Yahoo Live. 50% off. Everything's on sale.
Yeah.
Prevagen will make someone have a better memory, or the brain now, they change it. And people, I said to our team the other day, they said this sweater, which is the best sweater, they had 6 perfect. I said, you lose all the trust. Say what doesn't work. Say the duck is not cooked enough or whatever. And I said, just get the real world. Because the credibility, to me, I don't trust so much today.
Right.
Anyway.
So it's such great context. What do retailers do then? And not necessarily what they should do, but what do you see them doing? Are they compromising on quality? Are they waiting out the next 4 years under this administration and just eat the tariffs for 4 years and then figure it out? What are they doing?
Well, every time I'm on something, I have a little group of 5. And they're all in different businesses. Most people don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Because they're not waiting it out. How could you wait it out? Where's it going? Where's the end game? I think they're all, when I call them, I called everyone tariffs. Who knows? And everyone was happy the day before because the court said no. Right. And then yesterday morning or whatever, then they overturned that.
Doesn't that show, though, that maybe you shouldn't spend a ton of money moving out of China because you could spend all that money and then the tariffs could go away?
That's a very smart question because Chinese, they make the most, they're very high quality makers. Some of them, not always. The quality has come out over the last few years, from my opinion. For me, it's always quality, style, value. Fair pricing, and we're very fairly priced.
Yeah.
And I'm not one of those big markup, put it on sale. We have a little tiny stuff on sale today. You have to get rid of the goods. But I think people are at a loss. We're trying to, we hired someone new from my old company. She's been with me 28 years. She's the new head of production for the last 2 or 3 months. That job is one of the most important jobs in any industry. How do you make the goods? Where do you make it? Right. She has a lot of networks. We're moving goods out, and a lot of vendors who we know, we're not big customers, are mitigating the issue. They'll split it. They'll do this. And in America, we looked at some people. There's not a lot of choice because it's not just pricing. It's about the skilled workers.
The craftsmanship, the quality that goes into it.
100%. It's nothing against America, but they're brilliant at we are, a lot of other things.
Sure.
But apparel sewing is not.
I want to ask you something else here, especially knowing about your time at Bloomingdale's, knowing where that sits within Macy's as well, who we just got earnings from recently. You at Alex Mill, you sell into Bloomingdale's, you have a good partnership there as well as with some other retail partners. That's a very high-income consumer that we're talking about, though.
Okay.
What are you seeing among the high-income consumer who's been told that you're the ones upholding the broader economy and the spending right now? And if you collapse or if you pull back, then the rest of it might start to trend lower.
I always ask, who are the authorities that say that? Brooke was a perfect example. She looks like ... The blazer's beautiful. I felt it.
You just tell Brooke to come in the studio here.
Yeah, Brooke, you want to show the blazer? And I think the lower income for sure are going to get hurt. Here's Brooke. I'm not going to tell my friend she doesn't like me, but I said, look at the blazer.
Here she is, you guys.
I mean, I'll admit this blazer is actually from TJ Maxx.
It's beautiful.
Okay.
And yeah.
And it looks amazing.
My friend Carol there told me never to mention her name. But you know the difference there in their business? You go in there, and the prices are the prices, right?
Yeah.
You didn't have to see on sale 40%.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Thanks.
Brooke, always, now they're going to think she's a twin of yours. Anyway, so it's just very difficult to, and there's a whole other program on doing business today at retail with wholesale. We do sell shops mostly because we sell good shops who show our goods, and we also sell them because we have minimum quantities from factories.
Right.
And so you have to buy 100 of a color, which is actually a lot for us. In my old jobs,
That is, yeah.
my old jobs didn't mean anything.
Mickey, we could talk all day here. We appreciate you joining us here this morning.
Okay.
Thanks so
Pleasure.
much.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Mickey.
Drexler.